10 for 19. She'll improve that to 55 with the first make. Second one rattles out, and the rebound down to Macy Nemitz. Ahead quickly come the Huskies as the Knights get on the board first with an Addison Anderson free throw. Under 7 to go in this opening quarter of basketball on FM 92 and KBRB.net. North Central in that man-to-man defense as they typically are. This pass to a cutting Malati is wide. It's off the fingertips of Landon, out of bounds. Turnover West Holt on the Huskies opening possession. North Central with the basketball, breaks a little pressure from the Huskies, and then we get a tie-up out top between Malati and Cosgrove, and the possession arrow will give it back to West Holt. So this West Holt defense bothering North Central here early on, 1-0 Knights, and now North Central goes to a full court press. Smith gets it to Nemitz, cross-court pass to Huey, one-on-one with Halleck, attacks Halleck. Jenna blocks the shot out of bounds. Boy, good job, Halleck, staying on her feet, let Huey come right in, and when Lana committed to going up for the shot, Halleck was there with that 6-foot frame to block it out of bounds. Wallnoffer needing to get it in to beat the 5-second count, does on an outlet to Malati. And now West Holt goes to work in the half court. Nemitz working against Halleck. Businger goes down away from the ball, trying to guard one of the defenders, and jumps up and knocks it away for a steal. How about that? From on the deck to up there for a steal. Brielle drives into the lane. Good dump down to Cosgrove for the finish. Pretty basketball there on the drive and dish from Brielle Businger as she has the assist. Cosgrove gets the bucket. Here's Laney Smith breaking the pressure, and now we'll slow it up 2-on-2. Back come the Huskies, down 3-0, 2 minutes in against this North Central man-to-man. Huskies in the rolled blues. They throw it into Malati again. This time it's knocked out by Anderson. Huskies really trying to cut away from the basketball and see if they can't get something going to the basket. Knights have done a good job defensively on that action on a couple of different possessions. Good feed inside. Huey on the score from Wallnoffer. Just snuck right in there to get an easy one in the paint. Lana's on the board, as are the Huskies. The assist on the inbound to Emily Wallnoffer. Knights clear it out for Businger, working against Malati as they clear the pressure away. Now against this 1-3-1 kind of trapping zone along the wings. Anderson feeds it across to Businger. Dangerous pass. Another tough one, this time caught by Anderson. She goes in, misses a 13-foot baseline jumper. The rebound down to Lana Huey, and back come the Huskies after a stop. 3-2 Knights, about 3 minutes in to this opening quarter of basketball from Kippahaw County High School in Springview. This pass dangerous, corralled by Laney Smith. Got just enough on one hand on it to keep it from going out of bounds. Malati into the hands of Wallnoffer. She's guarded by Anderson, number 10 versus number 10 in that matchup. Buell guarding Laney Smith, who's got the basketball. Huey on the deep right wing to Wallnoffer. Again, a lot of cuts away from the ball by the Huskies, but North Central just switching off the screens, and they do that so much. It's kind of a really fluid team defensively. They switch about every screen. Here's a 3 for Nemitz. Tried to pull the trigger quickly to get any kind of opening over Halleck and misses that one. It goes out of bounds to the North Central Knights. Boy, this North Central defense has been very good all season. That was kind of an anomaly. They gave up 62 points to a BRLD team, a very good team out of Class C1, but that 62-point effort there is pretty much an anomaly. Nobody else has really been able to get much out of the 30s against North Central. There's a miss from Anderson, but it's cleaned up by Cosgrove. The bucket and the foul, and Allie has 2 buckets for the Knights. This one comes after an offensive rebound and putback. She just right place, right time on the weak side after the miss on the left side from Anderson on the wing. Cosgrove was there on the right side. The foul goes against Macy Nemitz, and a chance at a 3-point play. That's good for Allie Cosgrove. So Cosgrove has 5 of the first 6 for the Knights, and in for North Central comes Morgan Lewis. Lewis for the Knights is a 5'6" sophomore. Huskies break the pressure. Here's Smith on the deep right wing. Lewis came in for Buell. 3 open for Laney Smith. That's off the side of the iron. The rebound out of bounds. Last touched, it looked like, by Macy Nemitz. It will go to North Central. 6-2 Knights, 4 minutes in to this girls varsity matchup here on KBRB. Boys to follow between the 5 and 6 Knights and the 4 and 6 Huskies in what should be a competitive ball game. There's a travel by Anderson as she shuffled the feet before she took the dribble on the shot fake, and that will be the first North Central turnover. 3:55 to go in our opening quarter of basketball here from Springview High School. Tomorrow we'll be in Stewart, weather permitting, for another NVC matchup as the Broncos host very good teams in Elgin Public Pope John. There's a knockaway by Brielle, and it's going to lead to a tie-up with Anderson and Laney Smith, this time possession arrow to the North Central Knights. Here at the bottom half of the 6 o'clock hour, we'll also tomorrow be down south in Taylor as North Central is scheduled to take on Twin Loop in Taylor. So those will be our matchups tomorrow. This North Central Twin Loop matchup will be on AM 14, FM 106.3. We'll have Stewart, Elgin Public, Pope John here on 92.7 in the web tomorrow. Then Saturday, it's a makeup game, Ainsworth and West Holt, a game postponed due to weather in December. And that one will be about a 4:30 start time varsity side. There's a drive and a missed runner off the glass by Businger. The rebound down to Malati, and Landon wants to run, feeds it down low into Gallion, who's just in. That's Ainsley Gallion, a freshman. Caught it, but then a good job by Brielle darting down there to knock it out of her hands as she tried to go up with a shot. And they will call the foul, and it's going to go against the Knights and put Gallion at the line. So I thought they gave Brielle a clean knock of the ball out of bounds. Instead, Gallion at the free throw line. And Ainsley knocks in the first, so the first whistle against the Knights goes on Brielle Businger. 6-3 after the free throw from Gallion. She sinks a pair. Ainsley with two good free throws there. And it's 6-4. 2-point North Central lead. Knights working against a little half-court pressure from the Huskies. Cosgrove into the hands of Anderson, looking inside for Halleck. Swinging around to Brielle. Businger on the deep left wing. Looks like it's now a little 2-1-2 zone for the Huskies. Lewis flips it all the way across to the other wing, and Walnoffer hits the deck hard again as she knocked that one out of bounds as they tried to throw it inside to Halleck. Boy, Walnoffer's had a tough first quarter. Took a basketball to the face as Cosgrove saved one inbounds right off the nose of Emily Walnoffer. Now she hits the deck hard there, knocking the ball away from Halleck and out of bounds. Knights keep possession. Walnoffer out. As there's a turnover, Knights, as Anderson's pass was wide of Businger and out of bounds. McKinley Cadwallader in for the Huskies. McKinley, I want to say, is a freshman. No, she is not. She's a sophomore. I got to think about these because, again, West Holt's roster is from last year. So some players aren't listed. Some players are listed that aren't here. Some players, the years are wrong. Allie Stephen is checked in for North Central for the first time. Stephen is a junior, and we'll have a timeout by Coach Riley Boniface as Macy Nemitz was trapped right along the sideline and the midcourt line. So he'll take a quick timeout. We'll take one, too. 2:39 to go in the opening quarter. 6-4 North Central on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard.
Do you know who the biggest North Central Knight fans are? Well, it's the gals at the Springview Herald, that's who. Subscribe today for one low cost and catch up on all things North Central Knights, plus so much more. The Springview Herald, proud supporter of the North Central Knights.
Well, the only real offense in this one has belonged to Allie Cosgrove. She has 5, including both North Central field goals, one a three-point play. Addison Anderson a free throw for the other. And it was a field goal for Lanahui off an inbound play and 2 free throws for Ainsley Gallion, and that's it for the Huskies. We have 2:35 to go in the opening quarter. Cadwallader double-teamed, and she is going to dribble out of it right near the half-court line. Malati tiptoes her way to keep it inside the half-court stripe, gets it off to Nemitz and back to Malati. Then we've got a bump and a foul out high. That looks like it'll be on Lewis, so Morgan picks up her first personal. Second whistle against the Knights. It'll be West Holt ball on the near sideline. North Central playing from west to east as there Malati tried to throw it along the wing to Nemitz. Nemitz cut in right as Malati threw the pass, and it goes sailing out of bounds. Turnover on the Huskies, their third. Well, this North Central pressure man-to-man defense really forces a bundle of turnovers. They throw it inside. Halleck has it, puts it off the deck, misses the 4-footer. And the rebound down to Gallion. Good job by Ainsley tracking that one down. Good feed from Businger. Halleck's just got to finish there, and then Malati loses her footing. Looks like Landon's okay, kind of went down awkwardly. She'll get called for steps. Smith and Nemitz, or Smith and Walnoffer back in. Out will go Cadwallader and Malati. Huskies have turned it over 4 times in this opening quarter. North Central twice. We have a combined just 10 points through 6 minutes of basketball. Not a real surprise. Both these teams play solid on the defensive end. Anderson trap gets it to Steven. Steven back to Anderson as West Holt's gone back to that 1-3-1. They've got Gallion at the top. Tell you what, Ainsley is really, you've seen the improvement for that freshman from the start of the season till now. She's really playing aggressively. Just a freshman player. Lewis off to Anderson. Businger getting a breather for the Knights, along with Cosgrove. Buell looking in the high post, gets it on the wing. Tough catch for Anderson. Now she wants to drive, takes it all the way in. And we've got a foul on the floor that will go against West Holt. They will not give Addie the shot. Say the foul was on the floor, and it's the second on Macy Nemitz. Oh, I thought they were going to call it on Walnoffer. They give Nemitz her second. So Macy will have to be careful now, leading scorer for this West Holt team. Still a minute 20 and a half in the quarter, and there she picks off a pass from Anderson, takes it the other way, spins in the lane, scores in the foul. Macy Nemitz coast to coast after forcing the turnover, and she'll go to the line to try to give the Huskies their first lead as we are knotted at 6. Boy, Nemitz picks up her second foul and then grabs a steal on a pass that just didn't get over Nemitz's head. Takes it coast to coast for the layup and the foul, knocks in the free throw. And now Nemitz will exit with the 2 fouls with a minute 15 to go in the quarter. 7-6, Huskies have their first lead of the game. Here with a minute 10 to go in the quarter. Steven into the hands of Buell. Out there with Lewis, Anderson, and Halleck. Anderson deep right wing, throws it inside, has it knocked away on the attempt for Lewis, gets it to Buell. Karams to Buell, she misses the shot, and the rebound down to Walnoffer. Now West Holt wants to run. Here is Smith on the deep right wing to Malati. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. West Holt leading by a point. Gallion dumps it along the baseline to Smith. Looking back out to Gallion, around to Malati. Swing it to the left side. Now down inside to Smith. She backs it out to Walnoffer. Good possession here defensively again for North Central. That man-to-man is just smothering at times. Malati tries to drive, has it knocked away on the help side by Allie Steven. It will stay with West Holt. 22 and a half seconds remaining in our opening quarter of basketball. It is 7-6, West Holt with the lead. 3-point play on the previous possession by Macy Nemitz gives the Huskies a 1-point advantage. 5 of the 6 points in the quarter for North Central belong to Allie Cosgrove. 5-second count on. Finally beating with the dribble is Walnoffer. There's a drive by Malati. She has it stolen away by Steven. Now North Central with 1, takes a deep 3, Steven. That shot won't go. And the West Holt Huskies will take a lead into the second quarter on the road over the 10-2 North Central Knights. It is West Holt on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard, 7, North Central 6. We're back with the second 8 minutes of basketball after this timeout. Well, you're hearing from our North Central sportscasters and, like Green Valley Irrigation, our Stewart and West Holt sportscasters in this one, as you'll hear from all those folks tonight. 2 of our area teams in action. It is after 1 quarter of play, West Holt with a 7-6 lead over North Central. Starting 5 back out there for the Knights. Looks like the same way for the Huskies, with the exception of Nemitz, who will stay on the bench with the 2 fouls, and Ainsley Gallion is in. Hui in the right corner, guarded by Halleck, wants to go baseline, gets past Jenna, feeds it into the lane to Gallion, out for a 3. Walnoffer, that one back rim, hangs on the rim, won't go. Offensive rebound to Laney Smith, and another possession for West Holt. 7-6 Huskies. Always a good matchup between these two teams. Open for three, Malati on the right wing. That's off the side of the iron. The rebound, though, on the weak side, down to Lanahui. 2 offensive rebounds on this possession for West Holt, and North Central going to immediately get somebody off the bench as Coach Alex McCleary not happy with giving up the offensive boards. And it goes to Walnoffer, out to Malati for another 3. This one she dials in. Landon Malati hits the triple on the assist from Emily Walnoffer, and it is a 10-6 West Holt lead over the North Central Knights. Anderson gets it to Businger, into the right corner to Halleck, feeds it back to Anderson, into the left corner to Buell. She drives baseline, down low. Cosgrove, good feed to Halleck for the finish. Nice passing there inside. Cosgrove the assist, but a good pass from Buell to Cosgrove, and then a bullet pass from about 5 feet. There's a steal by Businger. She stays in bounds with it, and it'll be a kicked ball by West Holt. Brielle caught it while she was flashing into the lane, trailing her defender, and with her momentum carrying her out of bounds, she threw it back inside, and then it was kicked by a Husky. Turnover on West Holt. It's 6th of the first half. North Central with 3. Buell is out as back in comes Allie Stephen for North Central. 10-8 Huskies by 2. Brielle into the front court. It's a 2-3 zone with Malati and Gallion at the top. Also have Cadwallader back in there, the sophomore, along with Walnoffer and Smith. Out top to Anderson, around to Brielle. Squares up a 3 from the left wing, buries it. It's a West Plains Bank three-pointer from Brielle Businger on the assist from Addie Anderson. Brielle was the lone bright spot Saturday in the loss to Elmwood Murdoch. She scored 9 of North Central's 19 as North Central retakes the lead 11-10. Running one-hander missed by Gallion down the left baseline. Rebound to Brielle. She tries to push the tempo. Takes it inside, gets it out to Halleck. Halleck turns the corner, puts up a runner off the glass, and good. Jenna Halleck scoring off the deck. And there's a foul. Brielle Businger bumps into Landon Malati, and that's the second for Brielle. She gets it in the backcourt as she impeded Malati's progress along the sideline. So Brielle will exit as our first look in at Lainey Pospischel, a sophomore. She is in for the first time, as is McKenna Witzke. McKenna, a junior at 5'8". They're in for the first time. Nemitz also back in with the 2 fouls for West Holt. Smith into the hands of Cadwallader. She'll take a 3 top of the key. Nearly banked it in, and the rebound tipped out of bounds by Smith. It will go back to North Central. Knights are on a quick little 7-0 run here after West Holt got the 3 from Malati to open the second quarter and take a 10-6 lead. Knights in about a minute and a half put up 7 quick ones, and they lead at 13-10. 3 lead changes here in this first half. Cosgrove in the right corner, turns the corner, gets it out to Anderson. Anderson loses the dribble up top to Pospischel. Pospischel on the bounce to Cosgrove. Passes on the wing shot, takes it off the baseline, misses that 12-footer. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Witzke and Smith were there. They're going to say off of Lainey Smith, and it will stay North Central basketball. Hui in, as out will go Cadwallader. See if North Central tries to attack Nemitz, the leading scorer, who has 2 fouls. They throw it in, tight pass to Witzke. She gets it back to Anderson, and she is tripped and fouled. So Anderson hits the deck hard. That one, I believe, going on Malati. Landon's first, 4th team foul on the Huskies, 4 as well on North Central. Anderson to get it in, does so on an outlet to Pospischel, into the hands of Cosgrove. Witzke trying to post up on Walnoffer inside. High post, they go to Cosgrove. She takes it inside, off the glass, good, and the foul hit on the top of the head. And that'll put Cosgrove at the line for her second and 1 opportunity. The foul goes on Lana Hui, and that is Lana's second personal. So a couple of the West Holt starters now with 2 fouls. 4:43 to go in the half. North Central on a 9-0 run. And Cosgrove with their second chance at a 3-point play. This one won't go. The offensive rebound, though, down to Steven. Out it goes for 3. Anderson hits the West Plains Bank triple on the assist from Cosgrove after the offensive rebound by Allie Steven. That just was a great rebound from Steven. Went up aggressively, brought it down, kicked it out to Cosgrove. Extra pass top of the key to Anderson. She hits the triple, and all of a sudden, it is 18-10 North Central after West Holt had the first bucket of the quarter to go up 10-6, 12 straight for the Knights in less than 3 minutes. And there's this knockaway and a steal by Cosgrove, and then a foul on Malati, impeding Cosgrove's progress after Allie picked one off at about the volleyball spike line in the backcourt. Cadwallader back in, as out will go Malati. McWitzky has it up to Cosgrove, knocked out of bounds, or no, save. Great play by Cadwallader to save it to Niemitz. Ahead to Gallion for the layup. Good play defensively by McKinley Cadwallader. She was able to somehow walk the tightrope on the sideline. I thought that ball was surely headed out of bounds on the far sideline. Cadwallader kept it in, got it ahead to meet it. Niemitz, and a beautiful feed down to Gallion for the bucket. 18-12, that stops the 12-point North Central run, and this pass too tall for Lainey Pospischel and through her hands. Knights turn it over on back-to-back possessions. In comes Morgan Lewis, out goes Lainey Pospischel. 18-12, Knights by 6. They trailed at 10-6 in the opening minute here of the second quarter after a triple from Landon Malati, but the Knights have hit 2 threes in this quarter. Niemitz on the drive, dishes to Walnoffer. Good defense by Cosgrove, sticking right with Niemitz. Niemitz now with it from Walnoffer. Nice crossover, gets it off to Huey. Out top to Gallion, to Cadwallader, now to Walnoffer and into the corner to Huey. Huey drives on Cosgrove, takes it all the way in, and scores off the glass. Nice baseline drive for Lana Huey. Took it all the way down the baseline, and then on a tough angle, got it to spin in off the glass, and there's a steal by Huey, and the pressure takes it in, and she is fouled. North Central now getting sloppy with the basketball with 3 straight turnovers. And the Knights will have to bring Brielle Businger back in with the 2 fouls, as Huey will be at the line for 2 after picking up the steal. The foul is the second on Addie Anderson. Free throw in and out for Lana. That's the first miss at the line for the Huskies. They were 3 for 3 before that miss. Niemitz now will go out as Coach Boniface kind of plays a little offense for defense with his leading scorer, who has the 2 fouls. Second free throw, that one front rim. Huey misses a pair, the rebound down to Jenna Halleck. North Central back the other way. Businger back in with her 2 personal fouls as Anderson out with her 2. Buell on the left wing. Into the hands of Morgan Lewis, into the right corner to Brielle. Feeds it inside, good position for Halleck. Turns toward the basket, goes up with a tough shot, can't get it to go. Nice defense from Huey, gets her own miss. Back to Brielle. Brielle with a floater in the lane. That one won't go. Halleck the offensive rebound and the putback. Jenna Halleck, 2 offensive boards on that possession, give Jenna 6 in the first half. It is 20-14 North Central. The offensive pace picking up a bunch here in the second quarter after a slow-scoring first quarter. Walnoffer with it into the hands of Huey. She'll take the 18-footer and bury it. Look at Lana Huey show the range on the 3rd assist of the half for Emily Walnoffer. 20-16. We've got us a ball game, folks. Knights by 4 as the Huskies start to heat up a bit offensively. And Brielle's pass sails over the head of an open Buell along the baseline down by the hoop. That pass from half court from Brielle, just about 1.5 feet too tall for Brooklyn. North Central's now turned it over 7 times, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor taken by Coach Alex McCleary and the Knights with 2:22 to go in the half. 20-16 North Central in a fun one here in the first half over the Huskies. Yeah, big thanks to Jimmy A. Jim Arnhold, Arnhold Insurance Agency, bringing you the ball game tonight on KBRB. All of our North Central and Stuart West Holt sportscasters bringing you the broadcast tonight. We'll have the Huskies back on the air Saturday as they'll be in McAndrew Gymnasium to take on the Ainsworth Bulldogs in a game that was postponed from December, just rescheduled. They had to find officials, finally got that tracked down, so they will get that game made up. Good entry pass from Huey all the way down to Huey from Walnoffer to break the pressure. And now West Holt will go into the half-court offense down by 4. Drive by Cadwallader. She goes past Businger. Brielle did not want to try to impede her progress and pick up a foul. Offensive rebound putback is good. And that's Ainsley Gallion once again. Gallion with 6 in the first half. And we have a 2-point game. Brielle guarded by Gallion as she gets across the timeline. Back to a 1-3-1 are the Huskies. Into the left corner to Lewis. Looking inside for Steven. Cross-court pass. Brielle attacks. Pulls up. Shot off the window. Way too strong. Rebound, though, down to Halleck, and she is hit and fouled. This will be a 1-and-1. Jennett couldn't get a shot at the rim. Kind of lost a handle on the ball as she was bumped. So she gets the offensive rebound. That's 4 boards now for Halleck, and it is the 3rd foul on Lana Hui. Tough one there on a loose ball. Lana picks up her 3rd. She has a nice first half, 6 points, 2 boards, but she has to sit with her 3rd personal foul. Jenna Halleck at the line for a 1-and-1. Made all 4 of her free throws Saturday in the loss to Elmwood Murdoch. That one, though, hits the back of the iron, and the rebound tracked down by Emily Walnoffer. Walnoffer on the drive. That one off the front of the rim. The rebound down to Cosgrove. Gets it ahead to Lewis. Knights want to run. Good feed down to Brielle. Puts up the shot. That misses wildly again from about 5 feet. I'm not sure Brielle caught rim on that one. Hit the left side of the backboard. It'll be knocked out of bounds off of West Holt. And Businger will inbound it for North Central. Minute 22 remaining in the half. Knights lead it, but just by a bucket. Brielle gets it into the corner to Cosgrove to beat the 5-second count. Now out to Buell, around to Lewis. Swing it back to Brielle on the left wing. Up top to Buell, looking for Cosgrove. Now Brielle. Up top to Buell, around it goes to Lewis. A near steal by Walnoffer. Lewis pulls in, misses the 13-footer, but she is hit and fouled. That might be on Walnoffer. It is. That's the 1st on Emily. Be the 8th team foul on the Huskies. With a minute 5, it's going to put Morgan Lewis at the line for 2 free throws. This is just Lewis's 2nd free throw attempt of the season. She missed her first. She misses that one. Trying to get on the board. Coach Alex McCleary going about 8 or 9 deep. He's gone 9 deep in the first half, doing that most games. Offensive rebound by Cosgrove, and then tied up by Smith after the missed free throw. The possession arrow keeps it with North Central, but the 2 misses for Lewis, and boy, the Knights have struggled at the free throw line. They are just 2 for 6 in this first half. There's a knock away, and it's stolen away by Smith. Turnover Knights. Smith the other way, off the glass, too strong. Offensive rebound taken away from Gallion by Morgan Lewis, and then Morgan is fouled. Gallion can't believe it. She thought she had the offensive rebound and did, but then gave it up as a good play from Lewis. Reached in there, stole it, and then as Gallion came down, she was kind of jumping to maybe go up with a shot after that board, and after she lost the ball, she came down and landed on Lewis, and that gives her the foul and puts Morgan at the line again for a 1-and-1. This time misses off the back rim. The rebound into the hands of Cadwallader. Knights struggling, just 2 for 7 at the free throw line. Final 40 seconds in a 2-point ball game, 20-18. North Central clinging to a 2-point lead here at the half. They had a 12-0 run after being down 10-6, but the Huskies have answered. Smith with it, wants to drive on the newly entered Courtney Munger. Out it goes to Gallion for a deep 2. That's long, and the long weak side rebound down to Allie Cosgrove. Knights with 17 seconds. Munger gets it to Brielle. 3 on the wing. Too strong. Offensive. Oh, hitting the deck hard is Morgan Lewis after an offensive rebound. And Morgan will go right back to the line. Boy, is she aggressive in this one. Getting to the line a bunch. This is her 3rd trip of the half. This will be a 2-shot foul, as it is a double bonus. Seeing who that foul is on, it's the 1st on Lainey Smith. Morgan has missed 3. That one rattles, swirls, finally goes as she gives a little chuckle. Morgan gets on the board, pushes the North Central lead to 3. Out will go Courtney Kellner, who had entered momentarily. She's a senior, trying to keep the foul trouble away. As Nemitz back in on the offensive side, Lewis misses the second, but gets her own miss. And the Knights will have another chance, and then we've got a whistle and a double dribble on Cosgrove. So now the Huskies with 7.5 seconds will have a chance at the final shot, trailing by just 3, 21-18. Nemitz with 5. Nemitz with 4, working on Cosgrove, gets a screen, double team, can't get a shot away, does finally, but it's a desperate attempt and short. And we've got ourselves a ball game here at the half. North Central with a 15-point second quarter outscores the Huskies 15-11. Had a 12-0 run in that stretch, and on the Tri-County Bank halftime scoreboard, it is North Central 21, West Holt 18. We'll be back with our TCB halftime show after these messages on KBRB.
Salvage, call Roy's Auto in Stewart, 924-3211. Old cars, trucks, tractors, implements. Roy's Auto can turn that old metal into cash. Give them a call today, 924-3211. And make some room on your property by letting Roy's Auto take those old vehicles and make a little coin in your pocket in the process. They also do body work, sell used parts, and some auto sales too. Roy's Auto, right on Highway 20 on the west edge of Stewart. Call 924-3211 today.
Buying or selling livestock is made much easier when you buy and sell with Bassett Livestock Auction. Remember, sale day is each Wednesday, so make plans to attend or call to consign your livestock. Bassett Livestock Auction. Bassett.
Bank local and get rewarded for it at the Tri-County Bank. Our free Kasasa checking accounts offer refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for doing things you probably do anyways, such as using your debit card, logging into online banking, and receiving e-statements. Stop by the Tri-County Bank in Stewart, Atkinson, Bassett, or O'Neill, or visit TriCountyBank.com. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
And we welcome you back here on KBRB. We're on FM 92, KBRB.net, and have reached the half. It is North Central hanging on to a 21-18 lead over the West Holt Huskies, and it was a 12-0 run in about a 3-minute span of game clock in that early part of the second quarter after the Huskies hit a 3 to start the quarter from Landon Malati to take a 10-6 lead. North Central ran off 12 straight using the defense, creating some second chance opportunities on the glass, and put together that quick little 12-0 spurt to take an 18-10 lead. But West Holt comes right back, scoring 8 of the final 11 in the half. Good first half off the bench for Ainsley Gallion. The freshman continues to improve and sees her minutes increase as she does. She has 6 to lead the Huskies, along with 6 from Lana Hui. For the Knights, it's 7 for Allie Cosgrove, who had a good first half offensively and with 4 boards and a couple of assists. Jenna Halleck with 6 points in that first half. Those are your leaders. Knights down 7-6 after one to the Huskies, got down 10-6, then the 12-0 run to get back in it, but then the Huskies 8-3 to finish out the half, and it's a 21-18 North Central lead at halftime. Knights outscore West Holt 15-11 in the second quarter as the offense picked up from 13 points in the first quarter to a combined 26 in the second, so they double up their totals from the first quarter combined. It is our Tri-County Bank halftime show. Your livestock is your livelihood, and keep both going strong with local financing from the Tri-County Bank. Whether you're a new cattle producer, a seasoned veteran, or somewhere in between, the Tri-County Bank is here to help your operation succeed. So stop by one of the branches located conveniently in Stewart, Atkinson, Bassett, O'Neill, or visit TriCountyBank.com to get started. The Tri-County Bank is member FDIC. They are an equal housing lender. We will take a break, come back to Springview on KBRB, go through the first half statistics in this 21-18 North Central lead at the half over West Holt in Niobrara Valley Conference basketball on KBRB.
Just like in sports, when everyone is working together, you have a solid play. The same holds true in the concrete business. At Stewart Concrete, Eric mixes the right amount of cement, gravel, and water to deliver the best concrete for your building project. Whether it is for floors, walls, drives, and blocks, Stewart Concrete can also supply the reinforcing wire, rebar, sand, gravel, and rock for a solid, long-lasting concrete. Call Eric at Stewart Concrete with locations in Stewart, Atkinson, and now in Valentine. 402-924-3644 or cell phone 402-340-1307. An uncontrollable urge to smile comes free with every cleaning. Put your family's dental care into the hands of Dr. Lofscreen and dental hygienist Morgan Dvorak at Atkinson Family Dental Center. They're open and taking appointments now. New patients are always welcome. Get the healthy white smile you've always wanted at Atkinson Family Dental Center, 506 North Hill Street in Atkinson. For appointments, call 402-925-5444.
Super B Automotive, your full-service center for light trucks and cars west of Stewart on Highway 20. The experience at Super B Automotive ensures your vehicle will be taken care of all year round. It's the small repairs that help prevent costly breakdowns. Trust their experience in everything from brake and engine repair to drivetrain and oil changes. It's what they do to ensure that your vehicle will perform reliably when you need it most. Super B Automotive, west of Stewart on Highway 20, where fast is good.
Guiding you on your financial journey. Wallinger Financial Services. Investments, retirement, insurance. Jay Wallinger is a registered representative who can help guide your financial future. Visit Wallinger Financial Services in Stewart or call 402-924-3000. Offering solutions at building relationships. Wallinger Financial Services is an independent firm with securities offered through Securities America Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory services offered through Securities America Advisors Incorporated. Wallinger Financial Services and Securities America are unaffiliated.
And we welcome you back on KBRB FM 92, KBRB.net. 21-18 North Central at the half in a competitive ball game. We had 3 lead changes in that first half, and North Central, thanks to that 12-0 run and about a 3-minute spurt of the second quarter, is hanging on to a 3-point lead here at the half over a West Holt team who's playing pretty solid basketball. That 1-3-1 bothering North Central in that first half. Let's run through our first half statistics, and we'll start with the Huskies. Huskies go 3 for 5 at the free throw line, commit 8 turnovers. North Central with 8 turnovers. Knights were just 3 for 9 at the line in that first half. North Central a 12-10 advantage on the glass over the Huskies. Scoring-wise for West Holt, it's 6 for Ainsley Gallion, 6 for Lana Hui. Gallion 2 for 2 at the line, Hui 0 for 2. A second quarter 3 for Landon Malati, and a 3-point play for Macy Nemitz. That's your scoring in the half for West Holt. Rebounding-wise, pretty spread out for the Huskies. 2 for Emily Walnoffer, Ainsley Gallion, and Lana Hui. 1 each for Landon Malati, Lainey Smith, McKinley Cadwallader, and Macy Nemitz. I had Emily Walnoffer with 3 assists in that first half and 1 for Macy Nemitz. Foul situation, though, for the Huskies. 3 on Lana Hui, 2 on Macy Nemitz, and 2 on Landon Malati as the Huskies whistled for 10 fouls in that first half. For the Knights, they were led on a 7-point first half from Allie Cosgrove. Cosgrove had a couple of 3-point play opportunities, getting fouled while making a shot. She converted the first, missed the second. So 1 for 2 at the line, 7 for Cosgrove in the first half, 6 for Jenna Halleck. Then it was 4 for Addison Anderson, including a second quarter triple. West Plains Bank 3 for Brielle Businger, and 1 free throw on 5 attempts for Morgan Lewis, who got to the line a bunch in the final couple minutes of the half. Missed the front end of a 1-and-1, then missed 2 shots, and then got 1 of 2 on her third trip to the line. So she is on the board with a point. Rebounding-wise, 4 each for Allie Cosgrove and Jenna Halleck, 2 for Morgan Lewis, 1 each for Brielle Businger and Allie Stephen. 2 assists for Cosgrove in that first half, 1 for Addison Anderson, 1 for Brielle Businger, and Jenna Halleck with a block in the first half. Foul situation for the Knights, 2 on Addison Anderson, 2 on Brielle Businger for North Central. 21-18 is your score at the half. Second half is next after 3 quarters over at O'Neill. It is Ainsworth leading the O'Neill Eagles 45-25, playing in the fourth quarter from O'Neill over on AM 14 106.3 in the web. We'll be back to the start the second half after this timeout.
Three River Telecommunications strives to better serve their customers of North Central Nebraska with the latest telecommunications technologies, local and long distance, DSL, and digital HD TV. Three River Telco Lynch, Three River Communications, and Three River Digital Ainsworth. Rock County Agronomy provides you a complete agronomic package, including soil sampling with recommendations to meet your crop's needs, custom blending, and application of nutrients and chemicals. Rock County Agronomy of Bassett.
Big thanks to crew at Rock County Agronomy. All of our North Central, Stewart, and West Holt sportscasters bringing you the broadcast tonight. Tomorrow we have a doubleheader. North Central on the road at Twin Loop. We'll have that one on AM 14 106.3 in the web. And we'll be in Stewart here on FM 92 in the web for an NVC matchup between the Broncos and very good teams in Elgin Public, Pope John. That's our schedule for tomorrow. We'll have West Holt back on the air Saturday at McAndrew Gymnasium to take on the Ainsworth Bulldogs, 4:30 on 92.7 in the web, as there's a double team off the start by the Knights in the half court as they trap Malati. Malati able to knock it off one of the legs of North Central over on the sideline to keep the possession. Husky basketball trade into the floor. West Holt now going from west to east, right to left as we call it, in their road blue uniforms with the gold numbers and letters. Back cut by Walnoffer. Nemitz missed her. Pass tipped and stolen by Brielle Businger. Huskies turn it over on their opening possession. Down 3 here to start the second half. Cosgrove on the wing to Anderson against this 1-3-1 zone of the Huskies. Throw it inside to Halleck. She's double teamed, tries to bounce it into the corner to Businger. It's knocked away and stolen by Nemitz. Nemitz's long pass is picked off by Anderson. Turnover fest to start the third quarter. Each team's turned it over. Huskies twice. This one across. Corner 3, Brielle misses off the front rim. Nobody boxes out the weak side, and Cosgrove cleans it up. Cosgrove all alone on the weak side. That is one thing it's tough to do out of a 1-3-1 zone, and that is box out on the weak side. You only have that one baseline defender. She took somebody else, and Cosgrove all alone. Here's a drive by Malati. Her shot blocked by Halleck right into the hands of Huey. She misses the putback, and then the rebound down to Halleck, and she is fouled either by Huey or by Malati. Who's it going against? If it's on Lana, it's her fourth. Instead, it's Malati's third. So Huey picks up an offensive rebound, couldn't finish it. Halleck then grabs her fifth rebound and is fouled. Malati is out with the 3 fouls. Gallion right back into the ball game, 23-18. North Central, so now 3 on Malati, who's on the bench. Huey's on the floor with 3 fouls. Knights break the token pressure. Here comes Businger, gets it on the center of the offense to Anderson, now to Buell. Her pass from the high post is poked away by Gallion and stolen. Knights turn it over for the 10th time. Nemitz with a drive, shut off nicely by Cosgrove, then crosses over, goes baseline, shut off again, turns into the lane. No good. Good defense by Allie Cosgrove and gets the rebound. That was fantastic defense on a couple of good moves by Nemitz, and then Cosgrove coast to coast goes right at Lana Huey and draws Lana's 4th foul. Boy, what a possession defensively for Cosgrove. Nemitz tried every move she could think of, a couple spin moves, a little hesitation baseline. Cosgrove stayed right with her, then boxed her out on the missed shot, got the rebound, took it coast to coast, and draws the 4th foul on Huey. And Allie knocks in the free throw. She has make that 10 now as she's into double figures, and it's 24-18. Huey exits with the 4 fouls. In and out on that free throw, is down with the rebound is Laney Smith. Knights are just 4 for 11 at the free throw line, but have a 24-18 lead, and a full timeout going to be taken by Coach Riley Boniface of the Huskies, with his team trailing now by 6, 24-18 on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard. We're back with more third quarter action from Springview in a moment.
Shepherd Feeding Company of Mills is an 8,000-head commercial feedlot. They also provide a market for locally grown corn and hay. When you are looking to put cattle on feed, contact Doug Shepherd at Shepherd Feeding Company, Mills, Nebraska.
Springview Implement and Supply, Troy Cook. For all your hardware, plumbing, and electrical supplies, and ranch, farm, and commercial welding, Troy Cook of Springview Implement and Supply, 1 block west of the flashing light in Springview. Proud to support the North Central Knights.
Orton Feed Company of Mills can help you supplement your cattle without the use of high-priced corn or cake by using economical Lumix ADM feed. From Orton Feed Company, Jason Orton of Mills, proud supporter of high school sports.
Yeah, big thanks to Jason, Orton Feed, and Mills, bringing you the broadcast this evening on KBRB. All of our North Central and Stewart West Holt sportscasters. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast here in this Niobrara Valley Conference matchup between the Huskies and the Knights. These two rivals, boy, they've played some excellent girls basketball games over the year. A sub-district final in McAndrew Gymnasium the year North Central won the state title back in 18 was probably the most electric atmosphere I have been in for a high school girls game in a lot of years of doing this. That was just an unbelievable atmosphere and a great game against a West Holt and North Central team that had split two matchups during the season. Knights go on to win a state title, and West Holt arguably was probably the second or third best team in the state that year in D1, and didn't end up getting to make state when they had the old wild card system. They were just shy of a berth in D1, losing in that sub-district final to the Knights. There's a foul on the Knights on a drive by Cadwallader, but that was quite an atmosphere for that one. Some just fantastic girls basketball players for both teams. Coach Mike Pardon from the Huskies at the time, and of course Coach McCleary here for the Knights. And that was just a fantastic season for both those teams. It was too bad it couldn't repeat in a state final if West Holt could have potentially got into the state field that year. Boy, good defense by the Knights out top. 5-second count is on, just getting away as Smith gets it off to Cadwallader. Baseline runner, no good, but she is fouled. It'll go against Lainey Pospischel, who came back in on that last stoppage. It is 24-18 with 5:30 to go in the third quarter here from Springview. Boys varsity to follow. 2 free throws for McKinley Cadwallader. McKinley yet to score. Now we've got a whistle. Need somebody from West Holt to come into the... There, they got to get somebody in there, and they do. It's Gallion. They had West Holt didn't have enough players in on the free throw line. Free throw for Cadwallader. That one in and out. Caught a lot of the bucket, but swirled out for McKinley. Trying to get the Huskies on the board here in the second half. They've been scoreless the first 2.5 minutes. Misses the second, and the rebound down alone to Jenna Halleck. Now just 3 of 7 are the Huskies at the free throw line. They've missed their last 4. 24-18, open in the corner. Businger doesn't pull the trigger on a 3. Now she's double teamed and trapped, dribbles out of it. Good feed down the paint to Cosgrove. She's reached in and fouled. It'll be on the floor. Boy, it looked like Brielle had a chance to take a 3 from the left corner, didn't take it, and then the double team came in, and Brielle had a hard time getting out of that, got through it with the dribble. The foul was on Cadwallader, her first. Night basketball, they get it out to Morgan Lewis, who's back in. Businger looking for Cosgrove posting up. Now she comes up to set a screen against this zone defense. Lewis right back to Brielle. Brielle patient, tough pass. Morgan catches it. Lewis on the drive. Shot won't go. Good box out rebound on the weak side by Lainey Smith. Shielded Halleck off of the offensive glass. Smith in the backcourt. Hounded. Gets it ahead to Nemitz. Macy to Laney. Played over 3 minutes. Huskies yet to score in this third quarter. Knights with only a 3-point play from Allie Cosgrove. Or a 2 and a free throw then in the next possession. Miss from Cadwallader. The board down to Cosgrove. She has her 7th. She brings it ahead. Now stops. Gets it off to Brielle. Brielle into the right corner to Lewis. Looking inside for Halleck. Now throws it over the head of Brielle, who can't save it. And it's a half-court violation. Boy, that is 11 turnovers on North Central. McKenna Witzke into the game will replace Lewis. Knights have gone 10 players deep in this ball game. West Holt has played 8, including off the bench Ainsley Gallion, who has a 6-point game. She and Lana Hui, who's on the bench with 4 fouls, they lead the Huskies in scoring. High post, here's Nemitz. She's been fairly quiet. Gets it out to Gallion for 3. Shot blocked by Halleck, right into the hands of Lainey Smith for the finish. Laney with the offensive board and the finish. Halleck got her second block on that triple attempt. 24-20. Huskies get on the board midway through this third quarter. That 1-3-1 defense has really caused North Central problems. That's the second straight game they've seen the 1-3-1. Elmwood Murdoch ran it very well on Saturday, holding the Knights to 19. Ran a little bit of 2-1-2. Good feed from Businger down to Witzke, and she's fouled on the shot attempt. Really pretty pass across the paint on the bounce from Brielle from the top left side of the paint down to the bottom right corner there, right into scoring position for Witzke. The foul goes on Emily Walnoffer, her second. McKenna at the line for 2. She's a 5 for 6 free throw shooter on the season and knocks that one in. So McKenna's become a somewhat reliable free throw shooter on not very many attempts for this North Central team. 6 for 7 now on the year. Second one for McKenna. That one up perfect as well. Buries a pair. She's on the board with her first 2. Helps the Knight free throw percentage a bit. They're 6 for 13 now as North Central. 26-20. The North Central lead is 6. Their largest has been 8 at 18-10. They've been down by as many as 4 at 10-6. Gallion fakes the 3. Now drives baseline. Shot swatted by Halleck. It'll go out of bounds and stay with West Holt, but that's the third block for Jenna Halleck. 3:21 remaining in the third. Last check, it was Ainsworth leading O'Neill 45-25 after 3 quarters of play. Sounds like O'Neill had Lauren Young, one of its better players, out to injury. Here's a 3, top of the key, nearly banked in by Nemitz. It swirls out. Rebound down to Jenna Halleck, her 7th. So Ainsworth picks up a win on the girls' side, 51-27 over the O'Neill Eagles tonight. Boys varsity should be a great matchup between the Eagles and Bulldogs. Some just fantastic individual players for both those teams. Good feed, Businger missed 15-footer for Cosgrove. Offensive rebound to Witzke. She can't get it to go. And Lainey Smith down with her 5th board. 26-20, deep 3, Walnoffer. That one hits the net and goes out of bounds to the Knights. I'm not sure Emily realized she was 4 or 5 feet behind that three-point line when she squared up to shoot that one. She kind of caught it and turned in one motion, and by the time she went up to take the shot, she realized she was quite a couple, 3 steps behind that three-point line. Anderson returns for North Central, 26-20. It's the 4 starters out there for the Knights, along with Witzke. So Buell, the only starter who is sitting at this point. Witzke double team, dribbles out of it, gets it off to Brielle. Brielle to Cosgrove on the right baseline, has it poked away and stolen. Nice poke away by Walnoffer into the hands of Gallion. Gallion has it knocked away by Cosgrove and picked off. Teams trade turnovers. Now this loose ball the other way. It's knocked out of bounds by Walnoffer and will stay with the North Central Knights. We have 2:11 remaining in the third quarter. The offensive pace is slowed again. Timeout taken by the Knights. They have outscored West Holt 5-2 here in the third when we just have 2:11 to go. So the Knights with a 6-point lead. Quick timeout. We'll take one too. And we're back here to Springview. Greg Kinsey with you on KBRB FM 92, KBRB.net. Final score from O'Neill. Ainsworth, a 51-27 winner over the O'Neill Eagles. Here it is a 6-point lead for the North Central Knights. Knights get it in to Halleck. She hands it off to Brielle. And then Brielle is reached in and tied up. It is tie-up. Possession arrow favors North Central. Brielle to send it in. And it's a dangerous pass saved by Cosgrove. Alley on the drive into the corner. Open 3, Brielle. In and out. Rebound, run out on the weak side, and it's out of bounds into the hands of West Holt. Ball as it was last touched by one of the Knights. North Central will now go to a full court pressure. Again, Lana Hui on the bench with 4 fouls for West Holt. Landon Malati has been hampered with foul trouble. She's getting ready to check in at the next timeout with 3. 26-20, here's a drive by Cadwallader along the baseline, flips it up the rim, can't get it to go, and the rebound down to McKenna Witzke. Witzke having a nice third quarter here with a couple of free throws and a couple of rebounds. Deep 3, Anderson off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound, Cosgrove, great feed to Halleck. Halleck puts it up from 6, can't score, but a foul. And it's Allie Cosgrove again on the offensive rebound. She'll get Jenna Halleck a couple of free throws. 5th foul in the third quarter here on West Holt. North Central with just 2. Huskies had 10 fouls in the first half to just 5 on the Knights. That one the second on Lainey Smith. 2 free throws here for Halleck. First one is good. Jenna missed one in the first half, and she gets that one to fall. That's 7 points for Halleck. Back in comes Malati. Second free throw, that one off the front rim, and the rebound down to Macy Nemitz. Knights are just 7 for 15 at the free throw line. Into the corner, Gallion with a 16-footer. That's good on the assist from Malati. Good game for Ainsley Gallion. She has 8 off the bench, and it's 27-22. Huskies back within 5. Brielle turns the corner, feeds it off to Anderson. Left corner it goes to Cosgrove. Allie tries to turn the corner, now sends it right side to Brielle. She drives baseline, takes it past Nemitz, misses a shot but a foul. And Brielle will head to the free throw line. So it will be bonus from here on out for North Central. That's the third foul on Macy Nemitz. This one a shooting foul for Brielle. 16 foul on West Holt. They'll be in the bonus the rest of the way. Brielle knocks in the first. That is her first point since first half 3. 1:05 to go in the third. The North Central lead is 6. Out goes Witzke. As back in comes Allie Steven. Brielle knocks in the second. Malati working against a little trap from the Knights. Knocked away by Cosgrove. Stolen by Anderson. Addie the other way. Takes it inside and scores. Anderson, after a beautiful steal by Cosgrove, gets the bucket, and it's back to a 9-point lead for North Central. It is their largest. They led by 8 at 18-10 on the completion of their 12-0 first half run. Here's a drive. Nemitz pulls up. She's just been held in check. Misses that shot. The offensive rebound, though, to Laney Smith, and she is fouled on the board. So it will be Laney at the line for 2. Foul on the putback. I think that's on Jenna. It is. It's the first on Halleck. Just the third this half on North Central. 35 seconds remaining here in quarter 3. The Knights up by 9. Make it 8 as Smith has the free throw. She has all 3 of her points to go along with 5 of her 6 rebounds here in the third quarter. So she really stepped in to do the job on the glass when Huey was battling some foul trouble there. Down 8. Laney another free throw. This one off the side of the iron, and the rebound to Jenna Halleck, her 8th. West Holt just 4 for 9 at the free throw line. 31-23, 25 seconds to go here in the third from Springview. Boys varsity to follow. Good feed down low. Halleck gathers, puts it up, and scores on a great feed from Brielle. Jenna now with 9. Cosgrove with 10 leads the Knights, and an over and back call against West Holt as Walnoffer. They threw it across from Malati. She had crossed the half-court line, and Walnoffer had not quite cleared the half-court line when she caught it. That is the 13th turnover on West Holt. North Central with 12, so the Huskies hanging right in there, forcing a bundle of North Central turnovers. And with 5 seconds left, Brielle, 4 on the clock, gets it to Anderson. Anderson, pull up 13-footer, hits it at the buzzer. Addison Anderson with a late bucket pushes the North Central lead out to 12 at 35-23. North Central outscores West Holt 14-5 in the third quarter, and will take a 12-point advantage, their largest, to the fourth. That's our Tri-County Bank scoreboard. North Central leads 35-23 over the Huskies. Back with the final 8 minutes after this.
Tall Tales Taxidermy in Valentine will help you display your trophies with their quality wildlife artistry. Furry, feathery, or scaly, they do it all. Check out their website, talltalestaxidermystudio.com, or stop in at 103 North Cherry Street in Valentine.
Better health care for your family. Dr. John Tubbs, Dr. Joel Welshons, along with Kara Swanson, FNPC, and PhDs Erica Tubbs, Jeannie Lively, and Amelia Shane are committed to staying on the leading edge of healthcare, providing the highest quality care in a personalized, compassionate environment. Their clinics encompass a full range of services as they focus on the total health and well-being of every patient. Greater Sandhills Family Healthcare in Stewart, Atkinson, and Bassett.
And we welcome you back here to Springview, Kippahaw County High School, the part-time home of the North Central Knights. Knights will be in action tomorrow down at Taylor. Loop County High School taking on Twin Loop girls and boys varsity matchup. 35-23, North Central, big third quarter there as they outscore West Holt 14-5, and there's a steal right away by Brielle Businger, gets it ahead to Cosgrove. Walnoffer chases it down and knocks it out of bounds from behind to save the layup. But again, the Knights with that pressure force a turnover to start the fourth quarter, 14th turnover on the Huskies. North Central has 4 starters out there along with Allie Steven. Cosgrove out to Anderson, now to Brielle. Brielle wide open from the wing, doesn't take the 3, out to Halleck, back to Brielle. She flips it into the left corner, 3 for Cosgrove. Allie's got a West Plains Bank triple. Cosgrove's had a big game, 4th assist for Businger. Brielle passed on a couple 3-point attempts. Got an open look for Cosgrove in the corner, and Allie buried it. That's showing some range. That is the first 3 of the second half, third of the game for the Knights, and Cosgrove with 13 points. We have a timeout taken by the Huskies with the Knight lead now up to 15.
Meals come together with ease and freshness when you shop at Homeland Grocery in Springview. Save money on low prices every day on lean cuts of meat, the freshest produce, plus select quality dairy, canned and boxed goods for your family at your locally owned Homeland Grocery in Springview. Proud to support the North Central Knights.
This is Dave Sears, Ag Loan Officer with Homestead Bank. The ag bankers at Homestead Bank understand the risks and rewards of farming and ranching. We can help you look ahead and plan for a season of success. Stop in or call to visit with one of our experienced bankers today to start your journey. Homestead Bank, member FDIC.
Well, the North Central Knights, a big second half here. They led by just 3, 21-18 at the break, and had to have a 12-0 run in about a 3-minute stretch of the second quarter just to have a lead. So the Huskies forced a bunch of turnovers in the half court in that 1-3-1 zone, but North Central seems to be a little bit more comfortable offensively in the second half. They are on a 17-5 run since the halftime break, and now lead it by 15, 31-23. Here's Nemitz. She's been held in check. Just 3 points. Came on an early three-point play and one, but that's been it for her. It's been 8 points for freshman Ainsley Gallion off the bench that's led the Huskies. Gallion out there with Walnoffer. Lana Hui back on the floor with 4 fouls. She tries to turn the corner on Halleck. Good defense by Jenna. Laney Smith with a runner, and she's going to get a foul call. Attacked Addie Anderson, and Laney will go back to the free throw line. She has 3 points all here in the second half, and that is the 4th foul on Addison Anderson. So Anderson has 4. First North Central player to get to 4 fouls as Smith knocks in the free throw. Coach McCleary going to keep Anderson on the floor. She was kind of glancing back at the bench to see if a sub was coming. It is not. Second free throw spins out, and the rebound down to Jenna Halleck. Halleck with 9 boards. West Holt's left some opportunities out there at the line. They're just 5 for 11. Businger against the 1-3-1, gets it to Anderson, passes on the 3, swings it back across to Brielle. They try to throw it inside quickly to Steven, knocked away. Good recovery by Walnoffer, forcing the turnover. This 1-3-1 will force teams to make some turnovers. The problem is you give up some rebounds typically out of it. Walnoffer up top against the North Central man-to-man, guarded by Cosgrove. Gets it into the hands of Nemitz. She turns the corner on Anderson, who didn't want to commit the foul. And Macy scores. That's a first bucket for Nemitz here in the second half, and gets the Huskies going 38-26, 3 straight for West Holt. Here's Steven to Anderson. She takes a 3 deep left wing. That one off the side of the iron. Steven after the board. It's still loose, and the rebound comes down to Macy Nemitz. Steven was in there battling with a couple of Huskies for the board. Walnoffer into the hands of Hui, out there guarded by Halleck. Swings it around way too tall, throws it over Laney Smith's head and right into the waiting arms of Coach Riley Boniface on the bench. Good catch from Coach. He wasn't sleeping there. He was watching the action. Makes that catch. Substitutions in. Morgan Lewis and McKenna Witzke back in for the Knights with 5:45 to go. Out there with the 2 seniors, Halleck and Businger, and the junior and Allie Cosgrove. It is Malati, Gallion, who's at the top of the 1-3-1, Hui, Nemitz, and Walnoffer for the Huskies. Lewis has her pass tipped, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Cosgrove. 14 turnovers on North Central, and Coach Alex McCleary throws both arms up in the air in exasperation on that poor turnover by the Knights. Into the hands of Malati. Landon's been kind of hampered with some foul trouble. Hit a 3 in the first half, but she's had to sit the bench a bunch with some foul trouble. Here's a drive by Gallion. Takes it down the baseline. Shot blocked by Cosgrove. Cosgrove with the block and the rebound. And Allie is a rebound away from a double-double. 38-26 as we hit the 5-minute mark here in quarter number 4. Halleck swings it out to Lewis into the right corner. Cosgrove takes another 3. This one off the back iron. Brielle the rebound. She goes up with it and scores. Brielle scoring on the offensive glass, and Brielle has 7. Timeout taken, 40-26 with 4:50 remaining in our girls varsity game. Boys to follow between the 5 and 6 Knights and the 4 and 6 Huskies.
Ainsworth Auto Parts open weekdays 7:30 to 6 in Ainsworth Auto Parts, CarQuest Store, East Highway 20, Ainsworth.
Turn your equipment into cash with Big Iron. Hi, I'm Logan Leonard, your area Big Iron sales rep, providing solid support for selling your ag, construction, and transportation equipment. No hassle, no reserves, no hidden fees, no freight costs. Call me today at 402-925-8184.
Osborne Construction Incorporated of Atkinson has the equipment for your earth-moving needs. Whether you need tree removal, land leveling, basements, feedlot construction, or demolition, Osborne Construction Incorporated has you covered. Give Osborne Construction Incorporated a call, 402-925-2283. Osborne Construction Incorporated of Atkinson has the equipment and the experience, and they can do all of your earth-moving needs.
Welcome you back here to KBRB, FM 92, KBRB.net. For those of you listening online, we hope our video feed on the Kippahaw County School video site is working. And there's a steal off of the press by the Knights, but Cosgrove caught it just inside half court, and her momentum took her to the other side of half court, so the teams will actually trade turnovers. As nothing you can do on that one. Allie made a nice play to catch that for a steal, but her momentum took her from one side of the court to the other. And there is a travel on Malati as she is double teamed just past the half court line. The North Central defense getting it done, especially here in the second half. They have held the Huskies to 8 points in now about 11 and a half minutes of basketball and have pushed it to a 14-point advantage. Cosgrove in the left corner. Tries to turn it off the dribble, gets it to Brielle. Out there with Witzke, down on the pass to the opposite side is Halleck. Halleck loses the handle, stolen by Gallion. 16 turnovers on the Knights. Malati along the baseline, back out to Gallion. Gallion up top to Walnoffer. Here's Nemeth, she's going to take the deep three. Macy halfway down and came out. Halleck with her 10th board. Boy, she and Cosgrove have dominated the glass for North Central. Businger into the... guarded by Gallion. It's that 1-3-1. Lewis swings it across to Cosgrove, looking for a cutting Witzke. Not there. Reach in and a foul on Landon Malati. That should be the 7th team foul on West Holt, and we'll put Cosgrove at the line for a 1-and-1 4th foul on Landon. Huey also with 4. Gallion out. Walnoffer out. Back in comes Smith and Cadwallader for Coach Riley Boniface, and it's a 1-and-1 for Allie Cosgrove. Allie 2 for 4 at the free throw line. She has a team best 13 in this one. That free throw rattles home. 14 points, 9 boards for Cosgrove, 9 points, 10 rebounds for Halleck. It's been 8 points for Anderson, 7 for Brielle Businger. Couple for McKenna Witzke and a free throw for Morgan Lewis. Second free shot is no good for Cosgrove. The rebound, though, run down by Brielle Businger, but her pass through the legs of Witzke, and a foul on the Knights. So the Knights get the offensive rebound, but then the turnover. Neither team shooting free throws very well. West Holt is 5 for 11, North Central 10 for 19. The foul was the second on Allie Cosgrove. 15 foul on the Knights. There's a knockaway and a steal by Brielle. She takes it in, lays it home. That's an easy one for the senior guard as she reached up, snagged that one at about the volleyball spike line and had a free path to the hoop for a bucket. And then we've got a whistle and a foul on Brielle as she impedes the progress of Lana Huey on the far sideline. That's the third on Brielle. 6-team foul on North Central, but that lead all of a sudden is 17 for the Knights at 43-26. This pass through the legs of Huey in the high post and stolen away by Witzke. North Central with Buell out there. Witzke, Halleck, Cosgrove, and Brielle. Beautiful feed from Businger to Halleck for the finish. Jenna with a double-double. And the 5th assist for Brielle and a timeout taken by Coach Riley Boniface. A full timeout as the North Central lead has swelled to 19 in a game that was back and forth and tight at the half, has been dominated in the second half by the Knights.
Stand solid with proven genetics from Barstow Angus of Springview. Each year in the early spring, Barstow Angus offers to beef producers throughout the region outstanding Angus bulls raised and fed to ensure structure and breeding soundness. Barstow Angus of Springview.
Count on your New Holland dealer, Sandhill Equipment of Bassett, to answer all of your farm equipment needs. They pride themselves on a hard-earned reputation for fair prices and unparalleled service. Visit them online at sandhilleq.com.
Yeah, big thanks to Swanson Crew, Sandhill Equipment, Bassett, bringing you the broadcast here on KBRB this evening, and all of our North Central and West Holt Stewart sportscasters as the Knights have pushed it out to a 19-point lead over the Huskies. Tell you what, the Huskies in the midst of just a brutal stretch of their schedule. They have played competitive basketball throughout the year. They've had a few bad breaks late, lost 4 really close games by 4 points or less, including a couple one-pointers on buzzer beaters. But they're a gritty little team and still pretty young. Malati and Courtney Kellner, the only 2 seniors on this West Holt roster. Here is Huey, right baseline. She'll take an 18-footer and knock it in. Lannis had a nice ball game. She's been limited with foul trouble, but she now has 8. And she's got that's 2 that she's hit from just inside 3-point range. Showing some range is Lana here in this one. That's 2 long jumpers she's hit. She's typically in that mid-range or down low. Lainey Pospischel back in for North Central, gets it to Anderson. She turns the corner, misses the shot off the glass. And the rebound, look at McKenna Witzke getting in there to tie it up with Huey. And possession arrow will keep it with North Central. Wallnoffer back in along with Gallion. Out will go Cadwallader and Nemitz. 2:31 to go. It's a 17-point game, 45-28. Gallion and Huey lead West Holt with 8 points apiece. Anderson to trigger it in. Gets it in on an outlet to Buell. Back to Addie. She'll take a 3, left wing. That one's too strong. Rebound, Allie Stevens got it and is knocked to the floor. Allie will be at the free throw line. That's her second board. She'll get trips to the free throw line. That one goes on Emily Wallnoffer. Emily's third personal. It's a single bonus, 1-and-1 opportunity on the 8th team foul. So Allie Stevens steps to the line for a 1-and-1. She's a 54% free throw shooter, and that one too strong. The rebound pulled away by Lainey Smith. Smith has 7 boards. North Central just 10 for 20 at the line. Driving shot won't go for Malati, but she is fouled and will earn free throws. Nice take into the paint by Landon Malati. The senior's been quiet since that early 3. Foul goes for North Central against McKenna Witzke, her first. 2 free throws here for Malati. First one is up and finds a home. Hit the rim, to the backboard, to the back rim, and went through. Malati with 4. Out will go Buell. Back in comes Courtney Munger for North Central. Second free throw upcoming here for Malati with the Huskies down 16. That one hangs on the rim as well, and the rebound pulled away on the miss by McKenna Witzke. So Malati splits those 2 free throws. This pass through the hands of Lainey Pospischel and out of bounds. Knights turn it over for the 18th time. Both teams with 18 turnovers in this one. 45-29, North Central by 16 thanks to this big second half. They led by just 3 at halftime in this NVC matchup. Knights trying to improve those wild card points and see if they can land a top 3 seed in the NVC tournament. There's a good feed from Gallion inside to Wallnoffer, and she's fouled on the shot. That'll put Emily at the line with 1:51 remaining. Foul goes on Allie Steven, her first personal. 18 foul on North Central. Wallnoffer has not scored in this one, had 2 rebounds, 3 assists in the first half, and Emily misses the free throw. Back in come Cadwallader, and we see for the first time Maya Carey into the ball game for the Huskies. She is a sophomore. 5'4" guard, second free throw. That one is good for Wallnoffer as she hits one. And she will exit as Courtney Kellner returns. Knights lead by 15 with 1:51 remaining. Anderson will walk it up for the Knights. She'll be met at half court by Ainsley Gallion. On the wing to Lainey Pospischel. Pospischel turns, gets it to Munger on the high post. Out to Anderson. Addison turns the corner, gets it down low. Good feed to Witzke. Shot too strong. Steven with the offensive rebound. Misses the first putback. Misses the second putback. And the rebound down to Cadwallader. A couple good looks on the offensive glass for Allie Steven. Couldn't get the shot to fall, but aggressive there on the boards. There's a drive by Cadwallader. She loses her footing and falls. The ball comes loose. Turnover Huskies. They try to throw it ahead to Anderson, and that's too tall for Addie. Knights will bring in a couple new players as Taitlin Smith in along with Bridget Lewis. Minute 13, looks like about everybody in uniform has now seen the floor again for North Central in a 15-point game, 70 seconds remaining. Ainsworth girls got a 51-27 win over O'Neill, and what should be a fantastic boys game tonight between the Eagles and the Bulldogs. Some just fantastic individual players for O'Neill, a couple of them in Morrow and Klassen, and the Bulldogs. A nice season thus far for Coach Jake Nelson and company with a good group of sophomores and seniors, and that should be a fun one there. Cody Gucci has the call from the Erie in O'Neill. West Holt basketball, under a minute to go. Huskies down by 15. West Holt will be in Ainsworth Saturday. There's a running shot in and out for Cadwallader, and the rebound down to Bridget Lewis. Lewis will bring it across half court, swings it over, and that one knocked away, nearly stolen. That was McKenna Schaaf in there to nearly take it away. Schaaf, a freshman. Knights with 30 seconds left. Taitlin Smith up top to Lewis, around to Pospischel. Laney turns the corner, puts up the runner. That's way too strong. They chase after the board. Laney has it again. That shot falls. Laney Pospischel on the scoreboard with an offensive rebound from her own miss. Puts it back up and in. 47-30. Knights by 17. Final 10 seconds of this one as North Central improved to 11-2. And the Huskies will fall to 3-9. Shot to beat the buzzer. Won't go. The rebound down to Munger, and that is it. North Central, the big second half, ends up with a 47-30 victory over West Holt. Huskies really pushed the Knights in the first half, but North Central outscores West Holt 26-12 in the second quarter to take a 47-30 victory on your Tri-County Bank game final. We'll come back with